Oh shit.
Oh yeah, that is my dog. Here,
Cinema.
there's
Yo,
my
what the
dog
dog
right
doing?
there.
What
That's
the dog doing?
Garcon. Oh, he's gonna get upset that I'm having a nap. He's a little startled easily. All right, what's up, everybody? We are back and we are live. Get out of the way, dog. And we are live. You'll notice I'm unencumbered by wires, at least to my headphones. I'm wearing my wireless earbuds finally. It took me a long enough time, but today we're back, and I've got a very special guest here. He is the official shitposter for Notorious. Just appeared at, was it your first LAN over there at the block?
Yeah, first main frag. I usually
Okay.
end up at the jerseys.
Okay, so he's played on LAN before, but his first big boy team playing with the Texas Outlaws. Texas, we need to get you up here. I have a, like I said, official ship poster. It's kind of him to even come on camera. He's hiding all of his degrees from us in the background, but we already discussed them. Dr. Robert OFaRT Finkleberry. Robert, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Just got home from work. Was getting yelled at by my boss, but you know, it's all good. We're
What do you
chilling.
do for work?
I'm a superintendent at data center work sites, like construction sites. So
That
it's
sounds sick.
yeah, it's
It
a weird
sounds like
ass
it beats
job.
a normal 9 to 5.
You know, I just kind of sit there, and then they just pulled me off of days today, and then they're like, "You're doing nights on Thursday." I was like, okay.
You're doing nights now?
Yeah,
So do you have tomorrow off then at least to switch your schedule?
yeah. I have tomorrow off, and then have to stay up all night tonight to to switch the sleep schedule, and then I'll be going insane.
Let's go.
So,
We could grind some pugs tonight. I need to get back to level 10, dude. Are you level
yeah,
10 still? Or did you
I
dip?
try. I dropped down to level 7 after getting
Oh, for the love
ex-
of God.
after getting really drunk, and then just like grinding pugs, or not grinding, but like just like sitting there getting drunk and
Spamming.
pugging. Yeah, rage queuing pugs.
Spamming pugs. Rage queuing. Yes, the classic rage queue. How often would you say you rage queue?
Um, after the first pug, after I hear like someone start talking shit, and then it spirals, I'll start raging, and then I'll lose the pug, and I'll be like, fuck, man. And then I'll get an asshole in the next pug, and I'll be like, shit. And I'll just start. It will spiral for like 10 or 12 pugs.
You should learn to mute the entire scoreboard. It makes it hard to hear what your teammates have to say, but I guarantee you you're better than them anyway and can play around them without them telling you stupid things. And it's a very helpful thing because I go through the exact same thing. If I'm not in the mood to hear your horse shit when I'm trying to pug, the moment you open your stupid mouth, I'm muting you. Or like I don't have any patience for it. And it's normally because somebody thinks they're being funny right off the rip. But guess what? I can't see your face when I'm online on a pug. So if you say the wrong thing on a bad day, which is most times I'm queuing up for a pug, it's over. It's
True.
so, I just avoid
Yeah.
that by muting everybody in my pugs anyway. Far be it from me to try to be your dad or something here.
Yeah, but then I get super lonely in pugs because nobody's talking. Like, damn.
Well, that's why you queue up with your friends.
True. But
How
like, they
how
got
was it?
normal 9 to 5 jobs.
Oh yeah, now that's gonna be even worse because you work nights.
Yeah.
How long is that gonna happen? Are you being punished by working nights?
No, it's just like I get a bonus for working nights, so it's like I'll take it.
Oh
Plus they're
hell yeah,
chill.
dude.
So I just sit there and watch the electricians do their work and just like chat shit with them. So that's pretty
That's it?
chill, honestly. Yeah. It's
That
a super
seems
easy
nice.
job. It's not anything complicated. And then they're sending me out to Arizona,
Where
Banishing.
where in Arizona?
Phoenix,
When are you going?
January. Skipping the weather here in on the East Coast.
Wait, are you moving there?
Yeah, for like 6 months. I get they give me like a stipend, and they pay me like $200 every day, for like housing and food and whatnot, while
So
also
you gotta
paying me.
find
Yeah, I gotta find
that.
an apartment.
I
So
mean, that sounds pretty sick, dude. I mean, I'm trying to move over to the East Coast right now, but some things have happened where I'm a little in limbo right now while I figure out exactly what's going on in my life. There's a lot of
uh,
options in Big D's life, which is really exciting spot to be, but it's also really stressful, and adulthood is stupid sometimes, and I'd rather just play Counter-Strike and lay it down. But
true.
that being said, if I'm still here when you get here in January, we'll link up and we'll play some Pugs IRL.
Hell yeah. Land pug, that'd go crazy.
Dude, some of the best times I've had in Pugs are when I'm like at LAN and I like happen to pull off to like the first LAN I went to, I was able to like pull off and like go upstairs and hang out and like play Pugs with some of the players for a while, which was like I'm sitting there with 2700 elo players and my 1600 elo ass at the time or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a good time. But dude, enough about me. I could sit here and talk about Big D all day. Oh, dude, you know what I just realized?
What's up?
I'm wearing a green shirt. It's gonna look funny on it's gonna look
The
funny
green screen.
on the episode because this is gonna get chopped off of me. As a matter of fact, before we get into your origin story, I'm gonna get a little nip slip in here and change my shirt. Now,
The Robert Finkleberry villain origin story. Let's rip it.
yeah, as a matter of fact, young man, why don't you go ahead and tell the audience here? Let's ask you your first question. Um, what are your earliest memories of what are your earliest memories of gaming, and how did they lead you to Counter Strike?
My earliest moments of gaming, I would play like sports games like The Show and Madden with my friends. And we
The
like
show is MLB, everybody. That's
yeah,
Major
yeah,
League
yeah.
Baseball. And speaking of the Mariners, am I right? All right, go on.
People watch the Maniers. I
I
can't. I
do.
can't.
Just shut your mouth. Move on with your story.
Uh, yeah. I started off with like probably MLB '09, the show '09 on the PS2, and
On the
that was fun.
PS2?
Yeah, the
You mean the
PS2. Yeah.
PS3?
Nope, the PS2.
They were making the show for the PS2 back then?
Yeah. No, it was pretty fire though. And there's another game for the PS2. I can't remember the name of it, but maybe it was for the 360. It was it was a baseball game where you could beat up each other. That was pretty fun.
Oh,
But
oh.
and then I got really into gaming with Minecraft on the 360. So I had a group of friends that would just grind Minecraft, and I had to like beg my mom to buy me it. So that was pretty fire. And then around like 2016, around the MLG major, I uh I was watching FaZe Clan, like their COD, their when they were in New York, like their like New York house. I was watching it, and then they had their Counter Strike team come in, and like at this point I got a gaming computer. I was still playing Minecraft, and then I was like, oh, let me watch this Counter Strike thing. And so I watched like the 2016 major in Columbus. I was like, oh, this is a pretty cool game. So I like loaded it up and been playing ever since. The addiction never stops. Please help me.
You've been you've been playing 9 years?
Yeah, about 9 years. That still suck. but
Have
it's
you
been
ever
like
taken
off and
it
on.
seriously?
Yeah, the last I think like 2020 to like 2021, 2022 when ESEA was kind of in like its dying stage, kind of golden moment. I'd say it was its golden era, right before it died. I was like there to like grind it to like rank G, and then it died and never came back. I was super sad about that. I was like
Yep.
grinding League, and yeah, and then I kind of took a break from Counter Strike to do my college stuff and uh like party out there and be super cool. And then I got sucked back into it when FaZe Clan won the major. It's like shit. I guess I'll grind.
When was that? 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2023, right? Yeah, so
That sounds right to
somewhere
me.
around there. Yeah, Antwerp. So yeah, I mean I've always been watching it from afar, but and then I saw Donk and I was like, shit, I can't let this 17-year-old little kid be better than me. So I
He's
tried to grind.
literally the best in the world.
I know. It's like
At
some 17.
rifling. At
Yeah,
rifling. Mechanically, he is the best in the world at rifling. I think that kid has a long way to go with his like executive functions and like decision making. Like,
yeah.
but
He's
that,
far
but
he's far better
that.
than any of us.
Oh yeah. Well, certainly you, not me.
Yeah. I think
He's
he can pick up
lucky.
the stick at some point.
He's lucky he hasn't faced Big D on land. I'm telling you,
True.
Big D versus Lil Donk.
He's lucky
That
he
would.
hasn't faced me on a 1v2 post plant when I have a flashbang.
That's right. Yeah. Talk to us about your highlight at land
Yeah, so we won
because it was only one, right?
one round on Inferno against OG Esports, and I was in Boiler, and they were retaking from Arches. I kind of baited my teammate in lane there, and I just kind of chucked a flash off of apartments, and one of them got super blind, and then one of them tried to swing in to assist the blind player, and they just kind of lined up for me, and I 1v2'd them. It was cinema.
Blasted him. I know
Yeah.
I'm roasting you here, but we're just having fun. What was it like playing on land against like that good of a team?
Like
He played
especially
against OG,
yeah,
like he said,
like we knew we were gonna get stomped,
with a pug
which
mix stack.
yeah, with a pug made stack, yeah, no practice, no nothing. We got like 3, 4 rounds on what? 3, 4 rounds on Nuke and 1 round on Inferno. So I'm super happy we even got rounds. But yeah, no, it's super like it's super eye opening how many layers there is in Counter Strike when you're playing on land versus a team of that caliber. I'm like, oh shit, there's teams better than this. Like I was getting like double layered smoked on banana. I was like, what is happening? And I was like, there's so much depth to this game. And then when you go back and play pugs, it's so much easier after playing a tier one team because you realize everybody in your pugs doesn't shoot back like they do. And it's like, all right, I'm just gonna abuse this. So I've been feeling like I learned so much about the game and about the player myself, where I'm like, oh, I can actually frag against tier one orgs. I can frag against these shitters in my pugs. So
That's where the mentality comes from. Like in the last year since I've been going to LAN, like I've gone to 5 LANs now in 10 months and I'd never gone before. And once I meet all of the people that are like high rank people and like watch them play, I like get so much more confidence in the game. And confidence is like everything in that game because it allows you to
yeah,
like actually maneuver effectively. Like and I had a good player tell me he said it on the show. He said you need to know the difference between confidence and ego, because if you start just trying to ego everything, it can go south really quickly. Here's my cat,
The cat doing?
Momo. Momo. Anyway, yeah, dude. I was gonna ask too. When you go to play somebody like OG, who obviously OG's like not a bad team by any means, but like
Yeah,
they're the bottom of tier one. Like they're bad compared to other tier one teams, right?
yeah.
Um, but like, does it give you kind of a new perspective playing against? Like, what do you gain any perspective playing a team like that that you think is dog shit compared to other teams, and then you play them and you're like, okay, but even this dog shit is like, I know I'm giving you
It's
the
like,
answer.
yeah,
I'm curious to know
yeah. It's like,
if you
wow.
get.
There's layers to this team. I'm like, one, how do I beat this? And two, how do I get better than this? But it's like there's just layers to professional Counter Strike that I don't think anybody like me or like even an advanced team would understand to a certain extent until you actually go there and play them. So, and then you see people online like complain, "Oh, this team lost." Well, yeah, you lost your $32 betting on them, but they have no idea like the layers that's happening in this game and like in professional Counter Strike.
Well, that's where I like think that talking to other players as well. Like, uh, I think having like these teams come to our lands is a pretty big deal because, like you said, even a good team within our region would like play against this and get shit on by it, right? Like even a
Yeah,
practiced good team. And it's because they don't see it that often. Whereas like OG's playing all these types of Counter Strike from the inception. Let me ask you this: what do you think about this? What do you think? Actually, let's get back to your origin story. I'm getting excited over here. Um, did you you started taking it seriously and you grinded to rank G? When did you start competing, and then when did you go to your first LAN? And what's the highest league you've ever played in?
the highest league I've played in is main.
All
By the
right,
way,
let's go.
looking for team right now. But no, I
We
started
need to
taking it
get you in with
seriously.
Tactical B Hit, my open 910 team.
Hell yeah. But like I started playing like leagues and stuff like open in like 2019, I want to say, somewhere around there. Like playing open and like just grinding the game. But I mean I take long breaks from league because I'm like I don't want to deal with people. I don't want to deal with practice schedules. But now I'm just like, yeah, I'll grind it. But LANs, I got invited in May to a LAN. My friend was like, "Yeah, you want to come join? Do you want to come to this event, Frag Jersey?" I was like, "All right." And instead of graduating, actually, I did instead of like going to graduation, I went to Frag Jersey in May. Um,
Hell yeah.
yeah, because someone was like, "Yo, you," I didn't realize they overlapped. I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to this land because I honestly I feel like going to this land more." And we got washed, and then I was like, I played with Philip, from Team Factor, I think he's on, but
Is it
they
Felipe?
invited me, Philip EK or something like that.
Philip EK, yeah.
Yeah. But so I played with him and a bunch of like played with Slingshot Happy and uh a few other people that filled that team and yeah, we got washed and I was like, "Oh, this is how the game is played, I guess." Cuz we got washed by like Mira and a couple other advanced stacks. We got the group of death versus our little shitter team. But I was like, oh, this is how playing on LAN feels like. I was like, oh, the game responds how it's supposed to on LAN. I was like, oh, okay. Well, this is fun. And then I met Pizza, and now Pizza has been inviting me with her other friends from Team Order, and so that's been fun. So I've just
Who's
been going to
Pizza?
Frag Jersey then. Uh,
I've
she
not
was on
heard
our
this name.
team. Pizza. She walks around with a glass pad. She was walking around with a glass pad at Frag Block, getting people to sign it. If you saw that, but
I
she's
think
like
so, but
this little 5'4" uh Filipino girl. She's cool. She's real cool.
sound vaguely familiar. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. Like if you saw her walking around, you would know. But
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I was sequestered off, dude. Not sequestered. I took my job seriously at the block. Like I was watching the games that were on stream in between like my host segments, and I was hosting from the moment the show started till the time we closed it out. So I really didn't have as much of a chance to like go around and meet as many people as I wanted to, like I normally do.
yeah.
Anyway, pizza hit you up. You started playing LAN.
Yeah, she did cuz she's been going to Frag for a while. And then she's been inviting me to teams. Or like, yo, just she'll be like, yo, we're looking for one for Frag Jersey. And I'll be like, all right, and I'll just join. And then I got my first win on LAN, like my first map LAN over a team recently, and that was real exciting. I was like, there's people worse than me. I can actually win. I'm like, and then I get better every time I go to LAN. And honestly, that's the biggest thing you can do to get better at Counter Strike is go to LAN. So
Yeah. Well, and like you said, the game just actually responds the way it's supposed to. Like in a game that we all love because it's such an even playing field, the fact we put so much stock into online Counter-Strike where it suddenly is not an even playing field is silly. Go to LAN, play it on LAN. All right, let's talk about a little how'd you get involved with the Nut Crew official shit poster?
so I would tweet to Counter Strike Elitist and I would just I just send out a tweet like a funny silly tweet about a team or like a player about this was about Pro CS and then they started liking and like responding to my tweets. So it was like, oh, I'll go check them out. So I checked them out and I saw all their content and they started popping up on my Instagram reels. I was like, oh, these guys are actually funny. Let me go just join their Discord server or whatever. And I joined their streams. Like, oh, these guys are actually really funny. And they keep replying to me on Twitter, and then I just became like a folklore or something, like a character in their community. So I started donating a bunch of whatchamacallit, like funny Twitch account names. I'd donate them. I'll gift them a sub, and it'll be a funny. It'll be like Jeffrey Epstein Gaming would be the sub.
Oh, like kind of like Bonament does when he comes into
Yeah,
streams.
yeah. And then I'll just it's been a history from there. And they've been dragging me in recently and being part of the cast. So, and then one night they just randomly gave me the password to their Twitter account. I was like, all right. And then I started going off. So
And was this all from under the guise of
under the guise
Robert
of Tyler,
Finkleberry?
or under Robert Finkleberry. Yeah, yeah. 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 basically under the guise of Robert Fink. I've just been playing this little character, this little side character in my life. 'Cause I've been
Robert Finkleberry is not your real name,
no.
but we're not here to talk about his real name. Only real ones and Big D know what the real name.
You have to be part of the inner circle.
That's right. Um, but where did you come up with the name Robert Finkleberry? Who is Robert Finkleberry? Who is that man in your profile picture? Is that your dad?
Uh, no, no. The guy in my profile
I've seen your
picture.
dad's degree.
Yeah. Of course, they're back. They're back here. Those are mine. You know, in yeah, I have a master's of business administration. You know,
Wow.
not really, but yeah. No, but the guy in my profile picture is one of my real professors. So me and my friends were sitting there and we're like, this guy is so schizophrenic. This guy is not real, you know? And I was just like, I'm gonna make a shit posting Twitter. We're gonna make him like, like a schizo Republican tweeter or whatever. That was it. That was the original idea for the account. And so like 6 or 7 of my friends are also logged into that account. So like you just had to be there to understand the deeper lore to Robert. So it's just a little like inside joke between my friends, and then we brought it to Twitter, and now I'm just kind of running with it because I started posting to Counter Strike elitists about Counter Strike stuff. So now I'm just like kind of a subculture in that Twitter community, and I am culture is what I'm trying to say. But like Robert Finkleberry is now just infamous.
And he's on the rise as well. We saw Robert Finkleberry doing doing a new series through Frag, the
Yeah.
voice chat series, yapping away. I've snuck you away from that to blast you all over the internet as laying it down as well.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
what are your goals? What are your goals with Robert Finkleberry? You're young. You're hungry. You've got the chutzpah to boot. What
yeah.
what's the 5, 10, 15, 20 year plan here?
Um Honestly, I kind of want to get into like content creation, especially
Okay.
with the whatchamacallit, the voice chat series. I was like, because Ethan G was saying, "Oh, I'm super comfortable in front of camera and stuff, and I make stuff up like on my feed." I'm like, "Yeah, I've just kind of always been into content creation since I was little. Since I've been watching a lot of YouTube since forever. I'm like, oh, I've attempted content creation. I'm not that good at the editing part, so
Mm-hmm.
good at the yeah. But
I know that old chestnut.
yeah, but like at some point I'll do content creation, and now I have to figure out ideas where I want to take it and what I want to do with it. But I feel like that frag blog, those interviews gave me a lot of confidence to like start doing content creation. So
Look at all the confidence you get at LAN. Come home.
yeah,
OG instills it in you. Ethan G instills it in you. Something to do
exactly.
with G's.
True. Shout out Ethan G. What a chill guy.
Yeah, we love that guy.
Dude, yeah, me and him were just geeking one day in the back of Buffalo Billiards. We were just so drunk, just fucking looking at each other, just giggling.
That sounds romantic.
Yeah, it was pretty romantic, I'm not gonna lie. So shout
Well,
out
that's
Ethan G.
yeah. Shout out Ethan G. We love that guy. Well,
Yeah.
um, only got a few more questions here for you. We don't have to drag this out forever if we don't want to. Um, but I do still want to talk a little bit more because I want to know what you think is what are your thoughts on NACS? What do we got to do to get better? What do we got to do to get back on top?
We're cooked. No, I
Is
think
that
we
it?
just need to find a really cracked player like No Cries, make him culture, and then have a lot of younger players start grinding the game and whatnot. But also the Europeans coming over, the VRS and the Europeans coming over are gonna make us a lot better at frag because we're gonna get that international experience and the European teams and the Brazilian teams that come. So I think once we get that like international experience, will be good. Like 2 or 3 years of this of Europeans coming over and ruining frag or whatever. I think it's positive that they come over and actually they're making a difference, getting us experience because a lot of NA teams don't go over to Europe and like gain that experience because it's like it's not cost effective or whatever.
Or if they
But
do go over there, they stay there and don't bring that experience back to us.
yeah, exactly. But I think 2 or 3 years of European teams just stealing VRS points from us it's gonna make us better in the long run. Because we're just gonna have that experience at the end of the day. So like even if it's what's the Polish team that won frag in
Koleshe?
yeah, uh, Polish is a stupid language. I can never speak it. But
That
like
is the feelings of Robert Finkleberry and not of laying it down with Big D.
sorry now. It's stupid sounding. I love Polish people, but like your language is stupid.
Oh God, you're gonna make
But
us hated in Poland.
oh no, the femboys are gonna hate us.
Uh oh.
But nah, it'll be fire. I think if European teams just keep coming over and playing frag, we'll come up eventually. Either that, we'll be bullied out of our own tournament.
Well, that is a possibility too.
Yeah,
Um,
like I'm okay with spending $500 to be at LAN and get my ass kicked by European teams and gain that valuable experience. So
well, and I'm gonna say something a little controversial too. And I asked this question. I asked this question objectively, and not just to you, but kind of to everyone out there. Like something I have noticed going to Frag and actually getting to know NACS, I see why it struggles. We our scene uses the Fragadelphia tournament as a spot to vacation and go hang out with their friends more than they use it to go prove they are the best counter strikers in the world. And like that to me is what LAN, like the former where we go hang out, that is what LAN is all about. That's why we started doing LANs 25, 30 years ago when gaming was a thing, right? We wanted to be able to play these games with our friends and get that socialization. But when it comes to a tournament is meant to prove you are the best. And I think that, and I am not saying that by any means calling somebody specific out. I'm noticing that's just like there's a large group of like really good counter strikers that like if they would like put a little more dedication and focus into their craft and take it seriously and maybe like treat it like it's a life or death scenario, we would have more of those players that are competing at higher levels. I mean, you have those teams that come in, the ECL teams, the Marsborns, the Take Flights, the whatevers, right? Like they dominate at LAN. They try their hardest at LAN. They're treating it life or death, but like, you know, I know there's a lot of really good players, yourself included, young man, that if we applied a little dedication, focus, and empathy. I'm going to say empathy because we're not very empathetic to our fellow players unless they're
Yeah,
ourselves. We got a wicked case of main character syndrome in this region, but that's all right. I got it too. I know what it's like. But we worked through some of those things. I think that's Big D's opinion on it. And for whatever reason, I feel compelled to tell you all of my opinions and answers to my questions as well. So,
yeah,
um, but yeah, no, I agree with you. I think we need to get more of that EU action over here. It's good stuff.
yeah. I did see that with the European teams. They were super focused on like if you were to go talk to them, they would talk to you a bit, but then be like, I gotta get back. I gotta get back and
Right? They're
focus.
like, I'm here to win this tournament. I'm trying to make the major
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Well, and
yeah.
how cool was that? Were you there for the grand finals? Did you stay all the way through?
Nah, I had to go home early because I had to work the next day. But sorry, I shouldn't be slurring and saying work, but trigger warning.
I
But
know. Can you watch these slurs out here?
my fault, my fault.
That's
But
funny.
yeah, yeah, I don't know
Job and
where that all started, but the slurring. Please stop slurring. Is
yeah, dude. You
yeah,
you you said I got my job, and you put an asterisk instead of an O, and that I was cracking up, dude.
yeah,
I mean, I've seen that
but
before or whatever, but people censor some weird words on social media. But let's not. This is we talk too much about social media, and I'm gonna veer into politics, and I don't really feel like doing that right now. Um, but before I ask you my last couple of questions here, what do you think about this VRS system?
I think it's flawed. Like I know the idea they're trying to get with it, but I think it's seriously flawed because like one little tournament in North America just decided the whole European RMR, which is stupid. And I think
It was really
Lake was
exciting to watch.
yeah Lake was talking about it when who was it, NRG won or something.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
NRG won Knoxville and they guaranteed them
yeah,
a spot to the major.
yeah, and M80 was just or Lake was talking about how flawed it was. Like, oh, you can win this one tournament and you can get a million VRS points, and LAN is super important, and online is kind of I think making online a little less important is better because the tier two cheating, everybody's cheating in tier two, tier one. Hush puppy. But sorry, my dog's here.
Oh
What do you
yeah,
want?
I
Yeah,
hear. What
but
kind of
like
dog you got?
he's a Labradoodle coonhound. Go away, dog. I'm about to
He's a
start
good
yelling
boy.
at you. I'm about to start yelling at you in Russian, dude. Yeah,
Do you
that's what I
speak
thought.
Russian?
No, but I know how to talk shit in Russian because of the the Europeans that come over and are in my pugs.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Now, I
Anyway.
also had I had two really good Ukrainian friends in college. They're they came over here to study, and one like built a car all on his own. And he was watching me play Counter Strike one day. He was like, "Oh, dude, is that the Counter Strike?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I love that game." I was like, "Oh, I don't even know you play. I've known you for 2 years. You didn't
Of
tell me
course
you
he plays
play."
Counter Strike.
Yeah, I should have known. I should have known. And then my other friend Roman, but like we were all super into music, and we'd go over to the Hershey Park. They have a stadium there where like um a bunch of artists come. And we saw the Chili Peppers there, and who else did we see? We saw Megadeth. That was at Hollywood Casino though. We've seen a
I've
bunch of
seen
people
Megadeth.
there. Yeah, no, they're a fire concert.
They it was good, but they were definitely old.
Oh
Dave
yeah, they're
Mustaine.
definitely old. Yeah.
Dave Mustaine came out, shredded his guitar, and said, "Good night, I'm done here."
He's like, I got back pains, dude.
Yeah, dude. Well, he like didn't go out until like 10 o'clock at night, so he was like
Yeah, I'm
visibly
cramping.
upset that he was just starting his set then.
Yeah, but no, he's cool. He's cool.
And anyway, on with your thoughts of the VRS.
Oh yeah,
La- Online should not be so important, as you were saying.
it shouldn't be. I think it shouldn't be in regions that have a lot of lands, but like North America obviously needs that VRS. So I feel like it should be region based on how the VRS is distributed because some of the regions just don't have, lands every weekend that you can get VRS at. So unlike Europe, they have a land every 2 minutes they can get VRS at, and that's where you see people grind into the big leagues before they have to
Th-
get a job. You know?
I know. Yeah, they do. They do have a lot of lands over there in EU. Well, and that's what I've talked about too. Is like I think that this VRS system is working not how it's intended, and it has a lot of flaws. But like just like anything that Valve does, it's just kind of god awful dog shit at the start, and then but
Yeah.
they figure it out really quickly. And not all their games. Let me just Valve fanboy out for a moment here. I'm covered in Valve tattoos, so I'm obviously not think I don't think they do dog shit. Their games are incredible, but like when they've transitioned for things in Counter Strike, it takes them a while to like figure things out. But they are actively watching, paying attention, changing things. So I have hope for the future, but yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it is crazy that a team just wins one little North American land
I
tournament
think
and boom, major bound.
boom. Yeah. I think they should bring the miner back because that was A, super super fun to watch, and B, you'd get a lot of just stupid underdog stories which were super fun to watch as well, like Bad News Eagles, like with if there's a VRS system, you never see them. You actually just never see them in a major. But since they had that minor qualification and they qualified into the major from the minor, they went on to beat FaZe Clan and other teams, and they also got that sticker money. So
I would like to see a Valve sponsored minor circuit of some kind where
yeah,
it's like I don't know if you know how Dota works, but Dota has kind of a similar system where it's like the DPC points, is that what they're called? I think Dota Pro Circuit points, and it's
something like
like
that.
they have four majors and then they have one the international, right? Like and those majors are all worth a massive amount of points, and those are the most important things to go, but you can from other smaller tournaments get those points to build up, and then at the end you go to the international, right? And I would
Yeah,
like to see I would kind of like to see Valve just get away from this like, oh, we've got two majors a year that we do. Like do four smaller tournaments and then one giant fucking tournament at the end of the
yeah.
year, cuz that would be sick. But
How many teams attend the international?
I I think it's the top 16 teams.
Yeah,
Maybe it's 32.
yeah,
I would have to look it up. I haven't watched the
yeah.
TI
Uh, I do.
in a
I
while.
also miss. I also miss with the major how if you qualified to the playoffs, you would just automatically qualify for the next major. I think that was super dope because teams wouldn't have to worry too much about VRS and grinding as
I
much.
like I liked that system, but that the it's counterproductive to the idea of
Yeah,
VRS as a whole. Like the whole idea of VRS is making sure that only the best teams at that time are going to the major, not the teams that were best six
yeah.
months ago. Um,
But it was also a
but
super like big badge of honor back in the day.
It was,
Yeah,
yeah. And I think that there's something to like the top 8 teams, like it was being put since there are 32 teams being like, but it should be something where it's like if you got knocked out, so that I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I also
I
think
don't.
they should split South America and North America, and then we'd see more North American teams go.
That would be nice. The fact that we are
Yeah,
lumped in as the Americas is
yeah, but
bonkers. Like all of EU as a region is the same size as just North America. Like
yeah,
it's
it's
then
stupid.
you add on also it'd be like calling EU and CIS the same region. Like, oh, it's just
Yeah,
that continent. It's dumb.
I don't know.
Anyways, well, I appreciate you being out here to share your thoughts and talk about your origin story with me. Um, I
Absolutely.
know we're just getting cooking there, but I have got a pending bathroom emergency that's building here. So, um, I'm gonna get to wrapping things up. I do have a couple of last questions here for you, if you're ready. We already well, yeah. Where does your in-game name O exclamation point O
Uh,
fart 20 420 come from?
my like original in-game name is OFAR, and I just kind of put it in a random name generator one day, and I came out with OFAR. I was like, okay, I'll use that, and I've just been going with it since I've been playing Counter Strike. So, and then I changed it to OFART and then OFaRT420 because it's funny. That's the that's the
That's it.
broad. Yeah, OFART just OFaRT420 is just funny.
That is, it is funny. Well, and it's
Yeah,
confusing too because there's Fart CS2 on Omen
yeah.
Esports, not to be confused with Robert Finkleberry. We are
It's like
trying for the Fart episode as well, just to let you guys know, but he's playing hard to get with us. Um, that's fine. All right. Well, I got one last question here for you, buddy.
all right,
Are you ready?
hit me with it.
If you could talk to a younger version of yourself and give them some advice, what would it be? It could be Counter Strike or esports or life related, whatever you want.
Hey, buddy, don't download that game. Don't do it. Save yourself the trouble. Don't do it. Nah, I think I would give them advice of how to actually play the game instead of like me trying to figure it out, you know, for all these years. But my biggest advice would be like, don't download that game. It's actually just sell your computer. Stick with swimming. You'll be so much better. It's so much happier and better in life. So, but
That's what you
no, no.
think.
Yeah, no. I don't regret ever purchasing this game 11,000 hours later, but you know, it is what it is.
That's right, baby. We're just getting started.
Yeah. No, I'll be a major champion by, 26, so
Brother, I'm
chill.
working on it. I'm 35. Okay, and I'm still just getting. I just crossed 2K elo this year. All right,
Let's go.
so yeah, I'm fluctuating and I'm down bad right now. But and you know how that is. But we never stop. We never stop. Never stopping, as that one movie was from the Lonely Island. Um. All right, dude. Well, thanks for joining me on the show. This has been another
You're
lovely
welcome.
episode. Pardon?
I say, yeah, you're welcome, man.
Hell yeah. And then, as one last thing here, just like at the end of Hot Ones, this camera, this camera, this camera, if you want to let the people know what you got going on, what's next on your plate, any shout outs or plugs you want to give, now's your time.
Just follow the Twitter at Robert Finkleberry, or I think it's at Rob Finkleberry, because Robert doesn't fit in the at. But yeah, dude, I think I'm gonna start doing content and just stay up to date with my Twitter. You know, when I post 15 times a day. Um, when I actually announce, the YouTube channel, and when I get ideas when they come to me at 2 a.m. to do actual videos. So, yeah, man. I'm just gonna stick to grinding, stick to grinding Twitter, because that's going actually really well. I started shit posting in like March, and I'm already at like 8 million impressions. So yeah.
That's insane, dude. Let's go. All right. All right, Robert Finkleberry, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you all at home for watching. And that is it. Look out, Momo. Okay.